Well then, I have this friend. He says, well, make some money from it. He says, grow up, basically. Grow up.
So, I have some things to show you.
All right.
This is what happens to your friend. Right. And I can see we've been shown that moment when you have that conversation with him, when he says you can make some money off those things, and you can feel something's not right.
Yeah, it's not right.
Right, it's not right. It's not right.
It's not right. Oh, it's not right.
Right. So let's just do a thought experiment.
Okay.
Right? Because you've already turned down this path, yes? Like, we have to... If you choose to, we can correct the error and go down a different path, and it's not too late, and it's all right. Look at me. Look me in the eye. Okay? This is not the time to freak out. So, let's just try a thought experiment. Nice and easy before we do anything big, okay? Nice and easy. It's alright. Just in your mind. Just go back to that moment and see how it feels to say no.
Weak. It feels weak.
Talk about that.
Feels weak.
Yeah. So here's what's happening in that moment. And I'm going to use terminology that isn't around during this time period, so I'll try to explain it. Your friend is a teacher of the old way of being, right?
He's a teacher?
Yeah. Teacher of the way of being that you know.
Yes.
Right. So from where we come in the future, there's a new way of being. It's vertical, channels up, vertical, which I know is something you're not familiar with, and we can talk about in depth soon. What your friend is doing is called a channel grab. And he's essentially taking your intuitive channels and yanking them. It's like a horse with reins. It's like he's yanking you to where he wants you to go.
Yes, I feel that.
You can feel that, right?
Yes.
You feel it tugging right there?
Yes. I feel that.
Right. That's why, and I could be wrong. My perception is that is what that feeling of weakness was.
Oh.
My perception is your friend did a channel grab because he wanted something from you.
He does want something from me. I can tell that, but I can't tell what it is.
Right. Right.
It's a quid pro quo. He wants something from me. You scratch your back, I'll scratch mine. He wants something.
So what we can do, and we have the power to do this, and we can help you. We are willing to help you. We can go back. We can correct that error. Would you like to do that?
What do you mean by correct the error?
It's a good question. So here's the deal. You've made a decision, yes?
Well, I've done some things.
That's true. So you started on a path. Yes.
I've done some things.
Yes. You started on a path. And this path, we know where it leads. Yes, you've seen the photos.
I've seen the photos.
Right. So, that's one option.
I've seen the photos.
And we know it doesn't end well.
No, it doesn't end well.
No.
And it doesn't end well.
And we can pinpoint the moment it started.
Sitting in that, like a pub or something.
So, what we have the opportunity to do, and let me know if this is still confusing, because I'm willing to walk you through it. What we have the opportunity to do, and we don't have a lot of time, because the wheels are already in motion, what we have the opportunity to do, and we've all done this, all of us here have done this.
Done what?
Go back in time to the pivotal moment where that first error clicked into place that started you on this path. We can correct the error.
I feel it. It has
You feel
to
it right
do with,
there?
yeah, right there. It has to
there.
do with letting go of my ideals to, quote, grow up, unquote.
Yes.
He says, I don't know that he says it with words, but he definitely says at some level, ideals are for boys.
That's true. He makes you feel really
Business
bad.
is for men.
Yes.
Makes me feel like a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not a kid.
No, you're not. You're a good man. There it is. You're a good man, Charlie. We have the opportunity to go back and make it right. Luce and I will go with you. You're not going alone. Asha will go with you. You're not going alone. We'll go with you.
Oh. When did she get here?
She's been here the whole time. You'll like the future. So now, channels up, as she to be shown. Okay, we're not done talking about that. So Charlie, we've got to talk a little more about the old way versus the new way. I know you don't understand yet. I know. We'll go slow and tell me when you're confused. But I'm not allowed to leave until we talk about this some more.
What do you mean not allowed? Who's watching us?
Our teacher. I mean, they're always watching. Higher beings are always, always watching, Charlie. And right now we're here on assignment. For lack of a better term, this is part of our assignment, is to come back and work with you. Your friend back there is a teacher of what we call the old way. The old way of being.
Got it.
Got it? This is the way that you have been taught.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Time-honored tradition.
time-honored tradition. That's true. It's the way I was taught. It's the way he was taught. It's the way it's hard to explain how she was taught. But the three of us here, this is the way we were taught all the way through.
This is the way. It's done. This is the way it's done.
But I've got... So in the future, there's a new way of doing things. Channels up, vertical alignment. We see how this old way is all horizontal, right? It's all reaching out, yeah?
I guess.
Right. The new way, the focus is all vertical. Looking up, getting our instructions from higher beings than we are. I know this is a lot to take in. And I can show you again these graphs that show what happens to teachers of the old way, yes? And we know this to be true, right? Like, think about all of the teachers that we had.
They definitely peak.
Right, they peak and then they get gross.
They actually should retire before they do.
Yeah. So...
it's a young man's game.
That's what we thought. So that's true about the old way, because the old way destroys its teachers.
Or they just can't do it anymore.
Well, you can see the graphs, right? Like, you can argue with me, but can you argue with the graphs?
Alright, go on.
Alright, good. So, what we have the opportunity to do now, in this time right now, which is the past to Glenn, is we can start learning the new way.
Oh, interesting.
Right. The new way that actually works.
Which one is going to come out on top?
If you had to take a guess, given the names.
Right. Okay. Well, based on what you're telling me,
Right.
you're telling me the new way comes out on top.
Right. But here's the secret of the new way. I'm not just telling you. I'm channeling words from my teacher. It's not just me talking to you. I know this is woohoo out there. Just bear with me. Part of the new way, we're never just us talking.
So, come back around to we could learn this first.
So, you and I have the opportunity to learn the new way now.
I'll do that.
Yeah. It's hard.
Well, I'm not, what I mean is let me take a look at it.
Right. Let's take a look at it.
Let me take a look at it. I'm not committing to anything.
No, I'm not asking you to.
I'm just saying I'll take a look at it. Let me take a look at it.
So the basics. It's a switch, like I said, from a horizontal alignment to a vertical alignment, from taking information from the world around us.
Ah, this is something I understand.
Yeah, to taking information from
A higher power.
a higher power. Exactly. So the information is clearer, it's more trustworthy, it's true. Instead of having to try and work out in our brains what is true, we can tell what's true from where it's coming from. So here's the deal. Here's the opportunity that you and I have.
Okay.
We can start living this new way now in our time. And it's possible we can make a huge difference by doing that.
I want to put my name on the map, you know.
I know, man. I know.
I've always thought I was going to do big things.
I know. And this is our shot. To do a big, good thing. Because the new way is coming. The new way is going to happen. The way it stood in the future where Glenn and Asha came from, it happened in a way that was ugly, frankly. We can do it. We can do it better than we did it the first time.
This is an awful lot.
I know.
And I'm not committing to anything.
Don't commit to anything.
Yes.
So here's my perception of what our opportunity is, and I could be wrong. My perception is our opportunity is to study and learn the new way now.
Kind of on the QT.
Kind of.
But, I'm willing to take a look at this.
Let's do that. And then we'll see. But I know, without a shadow of a doubt, this could be what puts our names on the map in the best possible way.
Like I said, I'm willing to take a look at it.